Out here at Goody Coons Field with the new Taylor softball head coach, Jessica Brown. Jessica, you just were announced as the new head coach a few days ago. Congratulations and welcome to Taylor.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited. I love being out here at the field, and I got to meet the girls the other night virtually, so I'm just really excited and can't wait for them to get back to campus.
What's that anticipation like? Obviously, it's great to meet them virtually, but it's probably going to be different when you guys come out here for that first practice of the fall, right?
Oh, absolutely. Person to person is always better. And I think COVID taught us a lot. You can do a lot virtually and get to know people through a computer screen. But yeah, I can't wait for them to come back. It's Monday night. I felt like it was Christmas waking up. I got to meet the team. But yeah, I can't wait for them to get here in August.
What attracted you to this position here at Taylor?
Oh, there's so much. The university is just such an attraction, from academics to their mission and what they stand for. And so, honestly, that was the biggest attraction to me. I love Jesus and I love softball, so being able to combine those two things and build relationships through the sport of softball. It's not a job, it's living the dream. So that's for sure what attracted me.
Now, you're a Southerner by birth and by college and by your first head coaching job. So my first question, do you have a winter coat? You've been here for a year, so I'm sure you have a winter coat, right?
Absolutely. It was one of the first things. When my husband and I moved up here, I said, I need a winter coat, and our house has to have a fireplace. So we have both.
You played collegiately at Mississippi State. The Southeastern Conference is one of the top, if not the top, softball conference in all of college softball. You were named to the All-SEC freshman team after your first year in 2010, and when you graduated down there in Starkville, you were the only player in SEC history to have 4 multi-homer games in a season. That kick-started that 4-year career, a decade of time in Starkville, spent 6 years both on the coaching staff and with the team in general. What did you learn from your 10 years with the Bulldogs?
Oh, wow. I learned so much. Starkville, it's a small town with a big college feel. And like you said, I'm a Southerner at heart, so it is a great place, Starkville, Mississippi. There's no fans like it. And so I learned a lot about myself as a player, as a believer. I learned how to be a good teammate. And I just really fell in love with the game of softball. I had an awesome coaching staff. I played for 2 different coaching staffs, and both were great. But that second coaching staff really gave me an opportunity to continue my softball, or start my softball career on the other side of actually being a player. So, yeah, my time in Starkville I couldn't be more appreciative of. I got married last summer. We're expecting our first child in September, and both of those life events, all my teammates have been at. So I had teammates in my wedding. My baby shower this summer was all my teammates. So again, it just really helped me see just relationships and the game of softball, what it can teach you in life.
Congratulations. I'm sure we can get a baby registry with a lot of Taylor baby gear for Coach here. You were at the most elite level of college softball for 10 years during your time at Mississippi State in the Southeastern Conference. What did you take from those 10 years of experience at that level when you were named the head coach at Palm Beach Atlantic?
Yeah, the sport of softball has really taken off in the last 6 to 8 years. And I feel like when I got the job at Palm Beach Atlantic, softball was continuing to rise. And so, going into my time there, I just feel like the sport itself was everybody wanted to be a part of. And so I kind of felt like I took the excitement from my time at Mississippi State, the experience that I had of how to teach the game, the love for the game. I had a awesome assistant coach down in South Florida who played at Florida State, and she had a huge passion for it. So I feel like when you get people together who have a love for the sport of softball, you're able to infect other people with that. And so I think we both had really great college experiences, and so we were able to help kind of guide our team and show just this sport's supposed to be fun. You're supposed to play like a little kid while you're out there. You're supposed to kind of have the sandlot mentality and just play like a kid. So I feel like I took that experience of playing at Mississippi State and then trying to help those girls at Mississippi State. I kind of felt like I was the fun aunt of the team. And so trying to encourage them in that, I felt like I was able to relate a little bit more to my players at Palm Beach Atlantic.
2 years at PBA, 2020 and 2021. Obviously interesting years that I'm sure you weren't expecting that when you signed up for it. Winning seasons in both, a highly successful Division II program. When people are going to see your team here at Taylor play in the spring of 2023, what type of softball team are they going to see?
Oh, great question. I love speed, and I love to put things in motion. I do the pitching, so I love a good defense. So I take a lot of passion in catching and throwing. You see a lot of softball games where it goes one way or the other because you boot a ball or you're not ready for that pressure situation in the seventh inning. So super passionate about defense and putting things into motion offensively. A lot of people see my history in softball and think automatically I would say I want to hit home runs, and I do, don't get me wrong, but I also want to play a really good defense behind the pitching staff.
A wonderful thread of tweets we saw when the announcement came out on Monday. And the one thing that stood out, I saw one that said, the only people that are going to love her players more than her are their parents. And that really, I think, speaks to your mindset of a whole person development, both discipling young women as softball players, obviously, but also as they get ready to graduate and go on into the real world. How important is that to you, and how do you try to do that both softball and, away from the field too?
Yeah, I mean, it's why I got into coaching. I love people, and, I told the girls Monday night, you're going to mean more to me as a person than you are a player. I'm competitive, don't get me wrong. I love to win. I hate to lose. But at the end of the day, it's a game. And I really feel like the Lord's called me to use the sport to build relationships and to teach life lessons. I like to say my goal is at the end of their 4 years, they're ready for the real world. They can stand on their own 2 feet, and it doesn't mean it's going to be easy, but whatever's thrown their way, they feel like what they've learned in our program, that they can handle it. Life is hard. Everybody has something going on, and so hopefully they develop tools and a spiritual, faith-filled experience where they can lean into the Lord for prayer. They can develop a community when they leave because they've experienced that here. I like to think, okay, when they graduate, when they come in as freshmen, they're going to go through some things, but they're going to develop skills that when they're done and they get their degree, they can be ready for the real world.
Jessica, we're so happy to have you as part of our Taylor Athletics family, and we can't wait to see the team here in the spring of 2023.
Thank you so much. Go Trojans.
As new Taylor softball head coach Jessica Brown joining me today. For more up-to-date information on Taylor softball, just log on to TaylorTrojans.com.